Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fumi Monet, and if you're new around here, I am a skincare, beauty, and lifestyle content creator. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a tag that I've been seeing floating around on here, and it is the top 10 fragrances for life tag. Now, I wasn't tagged by anyone in particular, but I've been seeing it and I just thought this year I've gone through such a major revamp with my fragrance collection that, I thought it would be really fun to share the fragrances that I've been wearing and loving, especially in this new decade of my life that I can see myself wearing for the foreseeable future. So these are in no particular order, but I'm going to go ahead and start with Creed's AVENTUS for Her. And this is a fragrance I've been wearing for several months that I just absolutely love. I personally wear this a lot to work, but this is something that I definitely think that you can transition from wearing to work to wearing maybe to go out. It's not just a work-friendly fragrance. It has an incredible longevity. When I put this on in the morning, I can still smell myself after work. And that's interesting to note because a lot of times fragrances will turn into a skin scent on me, and so I might have to hold my wrist up to my nose to smell myself. But with AVENTUS, I literally get whiffs of myself throughout the day. What I love about AVENTUS is it's a really bright, crisp, fruity floral fragrance, so it kind of leans on the citrusy side. I think that this is one that I would prefer to wear in the warmer months, so spring and summer, but I have been wearing it in the fall to my office as well. I think it just works better with my body chemistry in the spring and summer, and also because I don't have a lot of more citrusy fragrances I like to wear in the spring. But AVENTUS for Her is a classic fragrance that I think you can take this in any situation. You can wear this on a date, you can wear this to brunch, you can wear this to run errands, and AVENTUS for Her is the feminized version of the classic AVENTUS fragrance, which I love when I smell AVENTUS on men. It's a very sexy fragrance. So AVENTUS for Her is my first pick. My second pick is a fragrance I've been wearing a lot as well. This is Mon Guerlain by Guerlain, and this is a really soft lavender vanilla fragrance that also has great longevity. This is another fragrance that I can spray on in the morning, and if I plan to go out after work, I might like refresh, but it has great projection. Like if I'm sitting next to someone, usually I get asked, oh, you smell good, what are you wearing? Mon Guerlain is it's not what I would call exactly a groundbreaking fragrance, but it's just it's a crowd pleaser. Generally speaking, it's one that you can wear that it won't bother other people. I do get compliments when I have it on, and it's another one that you can wear to work. You can wear this to go out. This is one you can put on for brunch. This is a nice date night fragrance. This is a nice wedding fragrance. And so it really does wear really nicely for any situation. And so that is why Mon Guerlain is making it on my top 10 list. So this next fragrance is a fragrance that I've been wearing for years. Like I think I've been wearing this for close to a decade, but this is FLOWERBOMB by VIKTOR and ROLF. This is probably my third or fourth bottle of this fragrance. I've always kept a bottle of FLOWERBOMB in my collection. And I know a lot of people complain that FLOWERBOMB became super mainstream. At some point it seemed like everybody was wearing it, but I don't care because FLOWERBOMB smells fantastic on me. It just works with my body chemistry. Anytime I have it on, I get complimented. People literally will stop me and say, what do you have on? You smell so good. FLOWERBOMB is a really beautiful kind of spicy gourmand, so I do pick up a lot of that patchouli in here, but it's another fragrance that I think does well year round. Like I can wear FLOWERBOMB any time of the year and feel comfortable with how it's going to transition into any season. Additionally, I think depending on how many sprays you use of this, you really can wear this in any kind of occasion. You can wear this to work, I believe. I actually used to have a coworker that wore FLOWERBOMB, and she only would do like 1 or 2 spritzes, but it was really soft and it was a nice fragrance. I think you can put on a few more sprays if you're wanting to go out, maybe dancing or to dinner, out on a date. I think that you can wear this for an occasion, maybe if you have a wedding or special event to attend. Flowerbomb is just always going to be a fragrance that I keep in my stash, and it was my signature fragrance in my 20s. I don't think it will be my signature fragrance going into my 30s. However, I still love it, and it's definitely one of my top complimented fragrances. So Flowerbomb is definitely, it's staying in my stash. So speaking of signature scents, so the scent that I would say I feel like is my signature now has absolutely been, and you know I was going to say this, Baccarat Rouge 540 from MAISON KURKDJIAN. I cannot tell you how much I love this fragrance on me. I know it's also becoming a lot more mainstream. People, you know, are wearing this, and I know I've seen a lot of people complain that they don't like this as much because more people are wearing it, but I don't care because honestly, it smells good on me. And I live in a city where not a lot of people wear like super unique fragrances. So I haven't come across anybody wearing Baccarat Rouge when I was wearing it. Additionally, it has now become my most complimented fragrance. I just don't, everybody seems to like it. Men, women, I just can't go anywhere when I'm wearing Baccarat Rouge and not get stopped. Now, this isn't a fragrance that I think I would like to wear to work often. I think I've worn it to my office maybe once or twice. This is definitely a fragrance I prefer to wear going out personally, because when I wear this, I want to get dressed up. You know, I don't feel like putting on, you know, my business casual, you know, Ann Taylor or J. Crew. You know, I want to wear like a sexy dress or, you know, some cute heels. I want to throw my hair up and put on some, you know, pretty lipstick. And so I just love the mood that Baccarat Rouge puts me in. I wore this to my birthday dinner. Yeah, this was definitely a birthday dinner fragrance. And so I would say I have the original Baccarat Rouge and I have Baccarat Rouge Extrait. But when people ask me, I generally just recommend, just get the classic, just get Baccarat Rouge. Honestly, the projection is just, it's there, you know. You're going to be projecting at least a couple feet when you have this on. And I've said this before, I feel like I'm walking in a cloud of fragrance when I put this on. I don't have to do 10 spritzes, but I'll probably do at least, you know, anywhere from 3 to 5. I'll do like my neck, hit the back of my neck. If I have like a dress on, I might hit the back of my knees and the inside of my wrist, and I'm just ready to go. Like, I just feel like I'm the one when I have on Baccarat Rouge. And so Baccarat Rouge is a sweeter fragrance. I've described this as kind of being like a burnt cotton candy with saffron, and the projection and longevity, they're there. This is a fragrance that I think was worth every penny, and another fragrance that when I spray it on my clothing, I can smell it on myself a week later. If you spray this on a sweater and put that sweater back in your closet, your whole closet will smell like Baccarat Rouge. A classic fragrance that I've selected is Coco Noir by Chanel. And Chanel is a brand that I just haven't really been able to get into in recent years. In the past, I've worn Chanel Chance and Mademoiselle. And even then, like, I liked Chanel Chance, but I just wasn't excited about it. I mostly wore it in the warmer months, summer and spring. But I had a friend recommend Coco Noir to me. She's like, go check it out. I promise you'll like it. I never even paid attention to Coco Noir before. And I remember the first time I smelled it, I sprayed it on my wrist, I walked around, I came back and I bought the big bottle. Coco Noir is that girl. It is a really beautiful oriental floral. It's very grown and sexy. It just makes me feel like a confident woman. And so this is a fragrance that I have worn to work, but I definitely also feel like this can be transitioned to any season and any occasion. You can wear this to go out on a date. I can tell you right now, I get plenty of compliments from men when I have this on. This would be a great, maybe a wedding or occasion fragrance. You know, I can see putting on like a nice formal dress and spraying Coco Noir on. I just really feel like this is the most classic fragrance that you can own. And Chanel especially, you know, they do make a lot of iconic fragrances, but for myself, I would choose Coco Noir amongst their offerings. I'm a huge fan of vanilla fragrances, and so I had to find my favorite vanilla fragrance in my collection to feature in my top 10. And without a question, it's Absolute Aphrodisiac from INITIO. I always have this, every time I have it in my hand, I have to smell it. This is by far one of the best vanilla fragrances I've ever tried. It's so smooth, it's very sexy, and it's not just like a candy type of vanilla. It's really nicely balanced with some white flowers, a little musk. I feel like there's some benzo in it or something, but it's very cozy. I think this is a fragrance that definitely works in the cooler months, like for fall and winter. Spray this and put on a sweater and you are going to be in heaven. I think that this can be a unisex fragrance. I don't think that it leans too feminine, because on me there's a little bit of leather, kind of a leather vibe in the dry down. And so although it's pretty linear, like it doesn't change too much throughout the time that you wear it. It's really smooth and well blended. I absolutely love Absolute Aphrodisiac. This is another fragrance that I've worn to work. I actually wear this at least once a week to my office, and I've worn this to go out to dinner. This would be a fantastic date night fragrance because it's so cozy. Like, it's a fragrance that people just want to, they're just gonna be drawn to you. Like, if you have a date, you know, this is one where, you know, you're sitting close to each other at, you know, a table with a little candle lit, or, you know, maybe some Netflix and chill, but it drives me crazy. So I can't imagine the effect it would have on somebody else. But Absolute Aphrodisiac is definitely a fragrance that I don't see myself getting tired of, and because I love vanilla fragrances so much, this is one that I can see myself just always having. So when I was creating my list, I thought it was really interesting that my signature fragrance in my 20s and one of my recent favorites, the same person is responsible for both fragrances. And so that second fragrance is Portrait of a Lady by Frederic Malle, and the perfumer is Dominique Ropion. And I don't know what to tell you about Portrait of a Lady that hasn't already been said, but it is just such an exquisite fragrance, and by far one of the best rose fragrances that I've tried. So the top notes in this are rose, clove, raspberry, blackcurrant, and cinnamon. And then it does have some patchouli, incense, amber, and musk. So the rose in this is just a really juicy, rich rose. It's not anything synthetic, or it doesn't smell cheap at all. I definitely do pick up more of the clove, and the cinnamon pulls really strong on me during the dry down. During the rest of the wear, I got a lot of cinnamon and incense and some of that musk. And what I can tell you now is that the projection, the longevity, both are a 10 out of 10 on this. I was in the car with a friend, and she's like, the car just smelled like Portrait of a Lady. I had this on for at least 10 hours the other day, and I could smell it on myself just as strong from the first time I sprayed it all the way through the life of this fragrance. This is a fragrance I can definitely see becoming one of my signature scents, but because it's so special to me, this is not something I would want to wear to my office. I mean, I could, but it's too special. Like, I feel so sexy and bold when I have this on, that I feel like I want to have on just a really like sexy dress, or I don't know, like maybe like a really cool, I don't know, like a cool jacket. I just don't want to wear my work clothes, you know, when I have on Portrait of a Lady. I want to put on some heels. Like, I want to go to dinner. Like, I want to, like, this is definitely one that you could wear for a special occasion, or to an event. It's a head turner. It's bold. It's sexy. It's grown. Like, I don't think that this is a fragrance that I could have appreciated in my 20s. Like, when I was wearing some of the fragrance sizes I used to love to wear, like, I know that I wouldn't have liked Portrait of a Lady, but now I cannot get enough of it, and I just cannot wait until I have more occasions to be able to wear it. I actually wore this to church once, and I mean, it was okay, but I wish I had on a sexier outfit. So Portrait of a Lady it's not going anywhere for sure, and I highly recommend giving it a smell if you get a chance. Another office-friendly fragrance that I've been wearing quite frequently is Contre Moi by Louis Vuitton, and this is one that I actually purchased for my birthday this year. I was able to go in store and they engraved it for me, which was very special. What I love about Contre Moi is that it is very long wearing and it's a little bit on the softer side. It's another vanilla based fragrance, but the vanilla here is balanced really nicely with some floral notes, and so it doesn't smell like a cupcake per se, but it's one that I can see myself wearing all year. Definitely for the warmer months, and it did really well in the fall. It's doing really nicely for me. I don't know, there's something just intoxicating about this. Like, I actually used to wear this to bed. Like, I would just do like a spritz on my neck and go to bed because I just loved how much this smelled so much. Contre Moi is just one that I definitely recommend wearing. When I sprayed this on the card initially, I thought I wasn't very impressed by it, but once I put it on, it really transformed on my skin. I think this is going to perform even better in the warmer months because something about it just reminds me of sunlight. Like, it's just so light. It just reminds me of summer. I don't know. There's something in it that just, it's really lovely though. I love the bottle as well. The cap is really nice. It's beautiful. And for the foreseeable future, I don't see Contre Moi going anywhere. I really struggled with which of my Tom Ford fragrances I wanted to include in this, but I think I decided that I'm going to include Lost Cherry. Now, Lost Cherry was another one that I needed to put on myself to really appreciate, because when I sprayed it on the card, I thought, okay, this just smells like cherry syrup. You know, I wasn't super impressed. But then when I sprayed it on my wrist and I walked around, I said, you know what? I get the hype. It's a really boozy cherry fragrance that also layers beautifully with some of my other Tom Fords, which is why I really love this, and I definitely will get the larger size when this one is finished. I get some of that musk in the dry down. This is not a linear fragrance at all. Like, you get that strong cherry blast at the beginning, and then once it starts to dry down, you get some of that musk. I think some cedar, something. It's a very sexy fragrance. This is another one that too many compliments. Like, too many people ask me what I'm wearing when I have this on. And I guess you could wear this to work. You know, I personally wouldn't wear this to work only because I think it's too sexy. Like, this is a fragrance I'm wearing out to dinner. I'm wearing this on a date. I'm wearing this maybe for like a special occasion, but it's so phenomenal and absolutely one of the most unique gourmand fragrances that I own. I don't own anything that smells like Lost Cherry. And so for myself, this is an absolute staple. Like, it's not going anywhere. So the very last, but definitely not least, fragrance is DELINA Exclusive. And this is how it looks. And this is another beautiful rose fragrance. It's really bright and sparkly, and it has the rhubarb in it that just makes it really sweet. What I love about DELINA is that it's so feminine, you know? This is a fragrance that you can wear this to brunch. You can wear this on a date. Wear this on a date. Definitely wear this on a date. You can wear this on a date. I think that this would be my wedding fragrance over Mon Guerlain, only because I do love the rose and how it makes me feel. Like, it makes me feel really sexy when I have it on, really feminine. I love the bottle. It has a little rhinestone detail in the cap. If you're looking for something that's going to be long wearing, I definitely recommend DELINA Exclusive. I personally can't get enough of this when I have it on. It's one that I'm constantly smelling my wrist, smelling myself when I'm wearing it and just thinking, damn, this smells really good. I'm actually also planning to get it in the hand cream and hairspray as well. I think they have a hair mist, just so I can get the full DELINA experience. But I couldn't decide between DELINA and DELINA Exclusive, but I will say I'm happy that I did pick up DELINA Exclusive because it's just been so perfect. So let me know down below which of my top 10 that you also really enjoy or excited to try as well, Or tell me if you've noticed that your taste has changed from one decade of your life to the next. And if you enjoy this type of content, please be sure to hit that subscription button and the notification bell. That way you can be the first to know anytime I have a new upload. Additionally, you can find me on Instagram at FumiMonet. All my socials, I make it easy for you, FumiMonet. I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.